This is a video on how to reduce the weight of your car. For this demonstration, we're going to be using a 1992 to 1995 Honda Civic CX hatchback, otherwise known as the 5th generation Civic. Even if you don't have a Honda, you'll still learn a lot from this video. I'm going to show you stuff from the engine bay, then the interior, and also the exterior. Got some parts laid out so we can have a look around. Alright, so let's commence. Starting off, the original radiator bracket was steel. I just got some aluminum stripping and bent it and made my own. You can also buy those or even use a heat-resistant plastic. That's one. The front bumper bracket bar. There's some kind of plate that this came with that was steel. I removed that plate and the bumper stays on just fine. Let's get that rusty thing out of here. Moving right along. The exhaust manifold versus a header. Headers weigh a lot less. The exhaust manifold was like this chunk of iron, so heavy. So that increased the airflow and reduced the weight, but I should warn you that the stock exhaust manifold also doubles as a heat sink. I don't recommend it if you're going to be driving in very hot conditions like Arizona in the summer. Moving right along, let's see my paper here. Oh, that's an AC compressor bracket. It used to fit here, but my air conditioner started leaking, so I just took the whole thing out. But they came with steel. This is from a VX, a Honda Civic VX. They used aluminum parts. This one's hard to see. There's an alternator bracket that's also aluminum. I don't know if you can see what I'm tapping on, but it came with the steel one, and this is aluminum. So that's going to reduce the weight a bit there. Let's get that out of here. What else? Oh yeah, the battery. It came with a metal plate and two like rods. You can remove that steel plate, which is going to get rusty, and replace it with twine. Twine's very lightweight and it's very durable. Just bear in mind though that the twine, it kind of deteriorates over time, so you might want to think about replacing it every 4 years. It looks kind of ghetto, but the whole point is to reduce the weight of your car. Also, this thing came with a bunch of so-called engine mounts. I talked to a Honda Civic nut, and he told me that there's some I just don't need. So, you know, this engine's only 70 horsepower, so there's not a lot of torque when you step on the gas. So I removed this one, and some other parts. Just don't do that if you have a turbo or some kind of engine swap. Also, you can have some motor mounts. This one's steel, as you can see. This one's aluminum. This one's from a VX. Unfortunately, it doesn't line up. I didn't do my research, so I bought that for nothing, but that's what it looks like, aluminum. From the Civic VX. What else we got going on? I think that covers it for the engine. You can also get a different hood. They make carbon fiber and also fiberglass. I just never did that because the fiberglass ones look kind of cheap and ricer-y, and the carbon fiber ones were like $1,000. So I didn't do that, but you can. You can also replace the fenders. These are steel. They make plastic ones. Again, I didn't like the way the plastic ones looked. They were made in China and they just look kind of cheesy. Moving right along. Let's go to the interior now. Let's open this thing up. I removed the seats just for a purpose demonstration, but I don't smoke, so I removed the cigarette lighter and also the rear ashtray. Stuff a sock in there or make a plate out of plastic so it doesn't look that bad. Also, as you can see, the rear seats are missing the seat backs. They are right here. Each one weighs 10 pounds. You wouldn't think that seat backing cushions weigh 10 pounds apiece, but by removing those two, I got 20 pounds out of the car. And since I'm kind of a loser these days, not too many people are, riding in the back of my car. I don't need them. Some of you people have a car with a headrest. You can remove those too, even if you don't want to remove the backing. Just understand it's a safety thing. That's overall of this video. Make sure you're not compromising safety, because if you get rear-ended, you don't want somebody getting whiplash. But I don't have any friends. And that brings us to, since we're in the rear seat, these are rear seat mats. I took them out because that's extra weight as well. So since I don't have dirty feet on the rear, I just kept the carpets out. Get a plastic bag so it keeps the spiders and stuff out of there. Sorry, it's autumn here. Get these leaves out of here. But yeah, those are 2 rear floor mats. Get them out. Oh, what else are we doing here? Oh yeah. I only kept 1 seatbelt in just for like emergency purposes, in case I do have somebody who just needs a ride. But I did remove the center one, and I removed the rear left. Both that part and this, the harness and the buckle. You probably want to save all those parts, but yeah. What else do we have going here? I'm just looking at my list here. Oh yeah, here we go. I removed 1 strut from the rear hatch. I don't know if I recommend this because these don't really weigh that much. I think this part is aluminum, and anyway, sometimes the hatch can knock you on the head, so that's not fun. The spare, this is kind of fun. Firstly, there's this bracket here that holds the spare down. I just got some beverage cans, like aluminum cans, and just cut the base. I think these are 2, they're doubled up, and that's aluminum, it saves weight. Getting on to spares, it came stock with this spare here. It's a 13-inch wheel, and then you can get a 14-inch wheel that fits still perfectly in the bay. It's better to ride on a bigger wheel when you have a spare, so it feels less like a spare and it doesn't sag. But I tried to kill 2 birds with one wheel. So instead of a 13-inch, I went with 14-inch and aluminum alloy. This is from a Honda Insight Hybrid, the 1st generation. They came with aluminum spares. Those things were expensive on eBay. The difference in weight is 18 pounds versus the original spare, versus 14 pounds with the Insight spare. I'm going to be moving quick. Some jacks you can get aluminum, just make sure it raises your car as high as it can go. What else do I want to talk about? Mufflers. This is a stock OEM Honda muffler. They work quite well, but you can get smaller ones and or lighter ones. Just make sure they don't sound like those so-called fart cans. Moving right along. These are lower control arms. The stock ones are here. Those are steel. They get rusty, as you can see. But if you get aluminum ones, they don't rust and they weigh less. Just be sure to paint these black and not glossy so car thieves don't see that. They'll want to steal your car if they see it. Let's see, what else are we going to here? That's a hatch lid. You can remove that, but unless you've got tools that you want to protect and cover. What else? This here is a wheel off of a Honda Insight again. Now the originals were 13-inch. This is 14-inch. It's also bigger and a lot lighter. Aluminum alloy. Doesn't rust. Excuse me. Just be advised though that when you increase the diameter of the wheel, it will affect the speedometer reading, and it will also affect the odometer. So try to go with a lower profile. This one's 65. The original was 70. It's still higher than it should be, but you ride a little higher and that kind of feels cool, but I don't know, it's up to you if you care about precision. But you can even get a lower profile wheel. Let's see, moving right along. Locking nuts. These are heavier than the stock nuts. These are a lot lighter. But I felt it was necessary to put on lock nuts because I had these Insight rims, which are like, I don't know, like $800 for a set of 4. So I didn't want to get that stolen. What else are we talking about here? I think I'm just about getting done. Oh yeah, going back to the seats. If you do remove those seat backs, understand you will hear a little bit more road noise. So if you want to keep it quiet, then keep those seat backs on. Trying to think if I'm missing anything else here. We went through all that pretty quickly, and I think we're pretty much done. Oh yeah, there was a cover for the spare wheel. It was like a hard particle board, like a cardboard. Mine was just getting old, so I chucked it, and instead I just used like from a cardboard